book In Cold Blood about two men who brutally murdered a family in Kansas. The process took him 6 years. He was waiting for one of the accused, Perry Smith, a man who he'd become very fond of, a man of art and of literature, to finally admit that it was in fact him who murdered all 5 of those family members in Lenny County. Truman waited 6 years of his life for an answer he already knew. As humans, we tend to do these things. Now, love is funny. We'll have you gripping nothing but the bottom of your palm, which brings me here. For the last 6 weeks, I have been writing a breakup poem while I'm still in a relationship. It is not easy. Every morning I wake up with the words "fight for her" tattooed across my collarbone because the day that I saw her, there she stood, all tourniquet and soul food, defibrillator and eyeliner, saw me all orphan and a wayside god, the way she smiled with her palm and her chin like a fresco of frozen honey. This will become far too emotion than novel, so I created a timeline for your context. January 3rd, you told me you liked me. January 6th, you talked me out of cutting my hair. Well played. January 9th, you said it tingles when I kiss you. January 15th, you wrote in your journal about the way my eyes look different when I do poetry. January 18th, you tingled a lot. February 1st, you didn't respond to my text. February 3rd, you said you were with your niece, but your Twitter said different. February 7th, that is not my cologne. February 10th, we talked about Valentine's Day. February 12th, we talked about Valentine's Day. February 14th, let's just say there was a lot of salmon and sunflowers that day. February 27th, I listened to the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill 30 fucking times. March 7th, I decided to break up with you. March 7th, it is absurd how one sweet text can crumble your wall of closure. Where are the Ides of March? Pretty girls make a theater of Pompeii out of anything. When Perry Smith was to be hanged, he prepared a carefully written statement. He forgot it as he stood upon the gallows. So when you see me, say nothing. Redemption is far too rare in this life. I read somewhere where girls wore makeup around their eyes to protect their true emotions. That's why I never saw the serial killer in your stare. I wrote this March 20th, the day I broke up with the woman I was falling in love with. There is no uplift here. No motivational epiphany. We tend to make a production of breakups like a hailstorm of catastrophe when they're just another hopscotch board washed away by spring thunderstorms. Sometimes shit just ends in a pen of mistakes and lust, ink and tears, and instead of finishing your manuscript, you just have to close